remember when our air was much dirtier, our water less clean, and things have changed enormously, I would suggest, over the last 40 years for Californians. We're here to talk about the next phase going forward. We can extend what we're currently doing to meet the newly established California 2030 goal of reducing greenhouse gas emissions from our state 40% below the 1990 level.
Last year, something very significant happened. There was the passage of two bills. One was called SB 32, and adjoined to that bill was AB 197. Neither of them talked about extending the cap-and-trade program. For the business community, we have to have what we call a market mechanism to do that. An ability to find the most cost-effective ways to meet these goals because they are that aggressive. How do we extend that program? We have to have both. There is no way for us to extend cap and trade if we don't get serious about respecting the environmental justice concerns that are being brought to the table by local communities.
When you look at cap and trade, we see this as pollution reductions at low cost and with an incentive to make them happen as fast as possible. An opportunity for California not just to reduce our pollution, but to demonstrate to the world that this is a type of policy solution that can work for climate change. Frontline communities, the communities of color, lower income, of lower social status, they are not only burdened by climate change more, that many times a lot of the solutions don't help them. California's program needs to be conscious and really assertive in terms of delivering benefits to communities.
The current cap-and-trade program is under litigation by the Chamber of Commerce in the state. They don't like it.
Their issue was, did AB 32 get passed with a 2/3 vote such that revenue could be collected given the tax and fee argument? AB 32 was passed on a majority vote. Market-based programs' purpose is not to generate revenue. The way we're doing in California happens to generate revenue, and therefore how we use that revenue becomes very, very important.
We don't necessarily see this as a case that's just about whether cap and trade is a tax or a fee. This is about trying to stop climate progress in California. And we agree that a 2/3 vote this year will help to insulate the program from future attacks, especially as it relates to cap and trade.
It's not like the money just kind of flows, right? It comes from someone,
yes.
Right? It comes from the businesses who are under the cap and trade program. The cost of this program is pretty serious. It still has to be profitable to operate in California, or you will decide not to.
Businesses that are what's known as energy intensive and trade exposed, those that would face unfair competition from places like China. And those businesses, they get extra free allowances in cap and trade. Many of those businesses actually can pass through the costs onto their customers. We need to get to 80% below 1990 levels by the year 2050, and that's what the International Panel on Climate Change said. As we identify new priorities, new businesses have to grow, and old businesses have to evolve, or they go away.
So we are the third largest producer of crude oil in the United States. Well, why do you need crude oil at all? Because it makes gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. 96% of all transportation needs in this state are from our industry. It is going to change, but we still have to have pragmatic conversations about what it takes to keep this state and this country moving, and that cannot stop tomorrow.
It's hard to avoid today thinking about the implications of the anti-EPA and anti-climate change posture taken by the new Trump administration today.
We have seen the denial of waivers in the past, and we have seen those denials overturned. We think, again, this will be an opportunity for extensive litigation, and we don't think that the federal government is actually going to be doing this. We are going to see California continue to lead, and if not, we're going to see California continue to litigate.